these are the top 3 black news stories from this week that I think you should know about. Let's start at Florida A&M University, FAMU, where the board has voted 8-4 to appoint Marva Johnson as president-elect. Now, according to Inside Higher Ed and the Associated Press, Johnson is a telecom lobbyist with no higher ed leadership experience. However, she does have strong political ties to Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. And her selection process has been criticized for its lack of transparency, which includes a compensation package higher than any of the other candidates. Many students, alumni, and even board members are seeing this as a huge red flag and pointing to this being more about politics versus who's actually qualified for the position. Now we're going to go to the DNC, where Pennsylvania State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta made history earlier this year as the first openly gay black man elected vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. And he didn't just win, he got the most votes out of any candidate. 298 votes. Earlier this week, a DNC subcommittee recommended redoing the entire election, citing procedural issues from the February vote. Now, this affects both Kenyatta and his fellow vice chair, David Hogg. But what's interesting is most of the media coverage has been about Hogg, even though Kenyatta got way more votes than Hogg. The New York Post reports that the full DNC is going to vote on this later this year, about whether to keep the results or start over. Until then, both Kenyatta and Hogg will remain in their roles. And finally, Angela Rye, alongside leaders like Tamika Mallory and Latasha Brown, they're co-leading the State of the People Power Tour. It's a 10-city campaign bringing direct services and civic engagement to black communities. The tour has already hit cities like Atlanta, Birmingham, Raleigh-Durham, New Orleans, and Richmond. Stops in Detroit, Jackson, Louisville, and Los Angeles are coming up. And the tour is going to wrap with a national convening on Juneteenth. At every stop, people are getting access to expungement clinics, food distribution, legal support, and political education, all aimed at really building long-term power. So from campuses to party politics to grassroots action, these stories are shaping our nation and our communities. I want to know what you think about each of these stories and which one you think deserves more attention. Let me know in the comments and follow for more Black news.